Welcome back. Time to find out what we got wrong, what we missed from TV's Andy Levy over in the Red Eye News Deck. Hey, Andy.
Hey, Tom. Happy Friday.
It is Friday.
Yes, very exciting. New York Times says Trump is Caddyshack's Al Chervik. Tom, you asked if this means Mike Pence is Wang.
Yeah.
No, he's not Jewish.
Was he Jewish? No, he just told him to...
Come on, man.
Tom hasn't seen it either.
I've seen it, Andy, but I haven't seen it in years.
Right.
What, did he told him to...
He says it's restricted. Don't tell him you're Jewish.
Don't, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Unbelievable. I don't even want to go on now. You have sucked the wind out of my sails. Anthony, you said you're insulted by the Times bringing up Caddyshack 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie sucked and should never be mentioned, period.
Ever. It was the worst thing ever. It was like they tried to recreate Caddyshack 1 with people that just didn't have the talent.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was terrible. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
No, I agree. Moving on. Devore, I completely agree with you that the comparison between Trump and Chervik isn't perfect. But what gets me here is the Times... Imagine watching Caddyshack and thinking Al Chervik is the bad guy the way the Times apparently does.
I don't think that writer understands Caddyshack.
Yeah, which is a problem.
If you're going to write about Caddyshack...
Just in general, that's a problem.
Yes. We are in agreement.
Okay. By the way, can we also agree Ted Knight is the best thing in Caddyshack and gets overlooked all the time for how good he is in it?
Oh, you can't have Caddyshack without his reactions.
Yes,
he's the perfect straight guy, bad guy.
Yeah, he nailed it. Yep. Jill, I'm assuming I misheard you. Maybe I wasn't paying attention or something. It sounded like you said you've never seen Caddyshack.
I know. You know, I've gotten so much flack for this over the years, too. Yeah, I think I need to see it. I will watch it this weekend, Andy.
All right.
That is my vow
Also,
to
it just
you.
seems to me as a professional, if you know you're going to be talking about it on a show that night, you should have watched it. I mean, that's just me. I guess that's just the way I look at a job.
That.
But, you know.
I thought I could prepare properly and watch a movie right now.
Yeah.
Or I could not.
All right. But it was the perfect excuse to watch a movie.
I'm sorry.
All right. Devore, I was going to donate to your Mar-a-Lago GoFundMe thing until you talked about walking around in a kimono.
Well, I'm going to have a lot of costume changes, you have to understand.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, sure. There's a seersucker suit.
Oh, okay.
You know, I want to fit in as I stroll around talking with all the golf buddies.
Okay, all right. Do you think you're going to hit 200K?
Oh, easily.
Yeah?
I only have $199,000 more to go. It's going to happen.
Elon Musk says automation means we're going to have a universal basic income. Michael, you said you're terrified of our robot overlords.
I am.
So is Musk. He sort of makes that same point.
I think this is all a trick to get people to sign up for his Mars trip, and I will be in that line.
You might be right about that.
Right? We all go to Mars. The rest of the people on Earth, they duke it out trying to get their $1.50 a month.
Yeah.
Mars will be great.
It'll be paradise compared to bloody robot death.
There's no oxygen there.
Kulia, you said we always underestimate what's going to happen, you know, which is a totally fair point. And Musk himself says kind of the same thing. He says it's silly to predict things like 50 years into the future because we don't know what's going to happen. The thing is, he sees this as more of a near-term problem that we are going to have to deal with.
Really? I mean, think of the airline industry. When the Wright brothers flew their little flyer.
That's exactly what he said.
Who knew that there would be an entire industry based on airline with everything, luggage and all the stuff that it takes to just cart people around the globe? Yeah.
No, he uses that exact example to say why it's silly to predict something that's going to happen 50 years in the future. The only point is he says this is like really near term, 10 to 20 years, and he really does believe.
But we'll be so fascinated that robots are walking around, we won't care.
We won't care.
It'll be amazing. We love robots.
Anthony, I like the way you just sort of I saw this thing on sex robots. like you accidentally came across it one night.
All right, I meant I saw this thing in my room. It's a sex robot.
I was trying to find PBS, and I accidentally came across. Yes. Jill, you said that, you know, someone's going to have to program the robots, fix the robots, etc. But not really. The point of this is that eventually, and he thinks fairly soon, robots will be programming the robots, and robots will be fixing the robots.
Yeah, I just think through the years we've been, we've built factories, and that means eventually there won't be any jobs for anyone because of, like, we've heard these predictions through the years, and life has gone on. We
right.
still have jobs.
Okay. Devore, you said you would love a guaranteed basic income.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure our viewers were shocked by that.
There's more important things in life than profit, Andrew. You know, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven.
All right. Well, then I guess you should not have $200,000 to go to Mars.
That is not for me. That is for you.
Oh, okay.
Because before Donald Trump launches the nukes, I'll be there saying, no, 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 sir.
Okay.
What if it's a giant, giant needle? Could happen.
Yeah.
It's all relative.
Theology. I see.
By the way, just a few years ago, an Oxford study predicted that almost 50% of American jobs will be lost to robots and automation within 20 years.
50 years ago?
No, in 2013.
Oh, I thought somebody said that. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, not cable news panels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
The Dubai flying taxi. Michael, I'm with you. This terrifies me. But it has nothing to do with the battery life. You all were focusing on the battery life and not on the whole getting into a remote-controlled flying vehicle thing.
That I don't remote control.
That's my
like,
point.
If I could fly it, it might be different.
Right. I don't care about the battery life. The battery life doesn't terrify me.
Well, just make sure your butt is on the ground at 59 minutes in.
Guys, none of the flying things you get in, you can fly.
That's the problem.
I know. That's why I have to take a Xanax to get on the plane. Devore, you said it's one thing to be in a taxi and get rear-ended. It's another thing to fall screaming from the sky in your taxi drone. Agreed. Plus, there's the whole crashing on other people thing.
Oh, yeah, then there's being hit by that drone
Yeah.
fall. Yeah, no, that sucks.
Yeah. Kumi, you said this looks awesome, but you'll never get in one.
No.
This is how I feel, and this is also how I feel about self-driving cars. We may have talked about this before. I think we're just too old for stuff like this. I honestly believe that.
Yeah, but you know what's really odd? For some reason, I'll get in my own car and do 130 miles an hour.
Right.
But, oh, hey, I'm not getting in that self-driver.
Right.
Yeah, I trust myself.
Yeah.
I don't trust.
You meant, of course, hypothetically, not that you would ever break the law.
No, I have tickets pending right now for well over hundreds of miles an hour that I got within the week.
All right.
Yes, yes.
I gotta go.
I'm screwed.